I spent years building a case against my husband. And the crazy thing is, if you had asked me 2 years ago, I would have confidently told you I have the evidence. I could have given you a whole presentation on it. Exhibit A, he does not want to go places with me. Exhibit B, he does not want to go to the party with me. Exhibit C, he was happy staying home. And I wanted all the adventure. And every time something matched my story, I filed it away as evidence. Because I already decided the verdict. My husband was the reason I wasn't living my best life. And honestly, that belief almost destroyed my marriage. And here's what's really hard to admit. Is I hate being wrong, but I was so wrong. I was so dead ass wrong. I wasn't completely wrong though. I was unhappy. I really did want more. He really didn't want to do those things. And I wanted to feel like my life wasn't shrinking. Somewhere along the way, I took that feeling and turned it into a case against somebody that I loved. Not even realize I was doing it, because resentment is a sneaky little bastard. It doesn't walk into your life being like, "Hi, I'm resentment, I'm here." It whispers, "See, I told you." See what I mean? And before I knew it, I'm no longer seeing the person. I'm seeing a list. That's what I did. I stopped seeing my husband and I started seeing a list of evidence. And here's where the story gets weird. Because if my husband really was the problem, then leaving should fix things, right? That was the plan. I just need a little space, a little me time. I literally thought changing my zip code was gonna change my life. And that's really hard to say with a straight face right now. But the embarrassing truth is, I left and I was still me. Same fears, same pain, same person. And that, my friends, was a really uncomfortable thing for me to think about. Because if I was still unhappy and he wasn't here, then what could it be? That thought was terrifying. Terrifying. Because it meant I had to look at something I really didn't want to look at. Me. Because sometimes you get the thing that you think you want, and it's not at all what you thought it was going to be. I'd feel free. I thought I would feel adventurous. I thought I would be excited. And instead, I cried. Oh, hell yes, I cried a lot. I remember when I moved into my friend's house and we were all sitting around on the 4th of July and I'm thinking, oh, fuck yeah, I get to go out and party. And my friends were like, no, we're good. Don't want to go out, thanks. Thanks, Leslie. I don't want to go out on the 4th of July. I'm like, oh, God, is this kind of what everybody does? And then one day my husband called me while I was gone and he said something that changed everything. He said, why won't you let your best friend help you with whatever it is you're going through? And that shit stopped me in my tracks. Because then the defendant became something else. Wait, what? My best friend? Oh, fuck. Yeah, you are. You're my homie. What the fuck have I been doing? I had spent all this time building a case against the person that was willing to stand by me through anything. And that was the moment I started questioning myself and questioning my decisions. What if it wasn't my husband I was trying to get away from? What if I was trying to get away from myself? Shocker. So the next morning, after I slept on it, I just knew I had to go home. And I was still scared. I was still wondering, am I making the right decision? Is there so much damn pink in here? Get off of there, pink. Where's the rest of the colors? Start over. As I was driving home, we live in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I was taking the same route that I always take. I've taken a million times. And I came around a bend in the road and there was Mount Rainier in all of its glory. It was a gorgeous day out and the sun was shining right on top of the mountain. And it just was glowing like this gold and pink color. And I just knew that everything was gonna be okay. It sounds corny, but it's true. I pulled into the driveway and my husband had come out of the house to meet me in the driveway and he just stood there with his arms open. And I ran into his arms and I just cried. I cried in his chest and I muffled out, "I'm sorry," over and over and over. And he just held me and he said, "It's okay, you're home now." And that's when the entire case changed. Oh, I have more. This looks like 2 different paintings right now. I'm just going with it. Because I finally realized that I wasn't married to the enemy. The biggest thing that I got wrong is that he wanted more out of life too. I thought he didn't want adventure. I thought he was just perfectly happy being at home for the rest of our lives. Turns out I just needed to have the conversation and things just snowballed after that. And when I finally stopped trying to make him someone else and actually told him what was going on inside me, everything changed. He helped me take the steps that I was afraid to take. He sat with me while I texted my son's drum teacher. He took me to buy art supplies for the first time. He fully supported me starting this YouTube channel. Ooh, that's pretty. He encouraged me. He believed in me. White really jacked everything up. So much weight. I love emotionally regulating painting. I love. Sometimes you think the person that's holding you back is actually the person that's waiting to help you move forward. The hardest part wasn't leaving, and the hardest part wasn't coming home. The hardest part was figuring out who the fuck I was. 47. I had no one else to blame. And friends, I gotta tell you something else. That's where the story really begins. Thanks for being here, friends. Pretty, huh? Love it. Sure how I feel about the white, but it's so pretty. I love it. Have any more paint? Some white, blue. Okay. Dun 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 dun.